Hello and welcome to Momo's School for Scripting Good. We're going to go over pretty much the basics into the mid-range skills of scripting things in MagicSpells. This is aimed specifically towards scripting for the SneakyRP community, so if anyone finds this playlist from outside of that community, you're definitely welcome to watch these tutorials. Just keep in mind that the scripts that we make for that server it is a no gameplay server, so a lot of our spells will be either personal spells or spells that have no gameplay implication. If you want to go into things like a fireball that actually kills people, it's not a project that I will be working on. But you're still welcome to watch the series if you so choose. Now, as the title above already says, our first lesson will be to set up our environment. For the things we need to set up our environment, we're going to do this in a Magma server. So we're going to just download the latest Magma server.jar. The links to download these will be posted in the comments below, by the way, or the description, as it's called. Second thing we need the MagicSpells plugin. There we go, MagicSpells 3.5 is the version we're running on. It's very well possible that in the future SneakyRP will be running on its own branch of MagicSpells, in which case you'll find that I will change the download link. The next thing we're going to need is effects library. Right now we are running on 6.2. I don't think that there's going to be a new version, but if there is, again, you'll see it as a change in the comments below. Right. So now that we have all of these files, use them to set up our server. You can set up the server wherever you want. I specifically have a folder on desktop called Minecraft. As you can see, I already have 3 different ones that I use for scripting. Probably only need one, at least for now. I'm going to make this an entirely new one. We're calling it SneakyRP MagicSpells Sandbox. Call that whatever you wish. Okay, and in this folder we're going to bring across the magma file that we just downloaded. Just to make starting it up easier, we're going to make a quick batch file. Start batch, please. In this we're going to put some normal echo off, start the jar and pause. I will paste this exact thing in the description below. Run it. I'm gonna build the folder for you. I think this is a problem with me running the wrong Java version for this thing. Try one more time, and if not, we're gonna boot it on a different version of Java. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna boot this on a different version of Java. I've been switching my Java versions around a lot so that I could compile MagicSpells on Magma, so that I can make custom versions of it. Copy that in. File. I'll add this into the description as well. Naturally, you will have to change the paths here to make it actually work, but this gives you an impression on how you can temporarily change your Java version. in case you're also getting Java version error problems. If you're not getting the error, you don't need this version. But I am getting the error, so we need it. There we go. Now it's doing its best to run. I have like 6 different versions of Java installed on my computer because of some filing work I was doing. That's why I need to do that complicated step. Do we agree to the EULA? Yes, we do. Setting ULA, starting Magma. Okay, it's running. That's good. Just gonna turn it off. Now, as you can see, you now have this folder called plugins. That is where we're going to copy in the effects lib and the MagicSpells that we downloaded earlier. Server.properties, see if we can make it a little bit more fitting. Okay, we're back. I found out that you cannot actually generate a redstone ready world via server properties, so we're gonna make one and then copy it in. That takes us over to our next step. We're gonna open up our Twitch launcher, mods, as we normally do when setting up a Minecraft modded thing. Create a custom profile, call it SneakyRP, thing, sandbox. I'll call it 2 because I'm only going to use this one for the construction videos. Well, as long as it's 1.12.2, newest version of Forge, create. Quickly launch that up. So we're just gonna quickly make a redstone ready world in our single player version of the game and then just copy it over to the multiplayer. Because I like just having a giant flat of sandstone to work in. Honestly, if you just want to do your scripting in a normal world, then feel free to skip this step. While this is all loading, as you can see, I do most of my development work in Notepad++. You are free to pick up any development environment that you feel comfortable using. However, for me, Notepad++ is a really nice one. This is a lot of music. Let me... It's a volume 6%. So yeah, I use Notepad++, which you can get at notepad++.org. I like it a lot. It's pretty much a very simple environment, but something that's great about it is that I use a lot. If you select a word, you'll see every similar word light up, which lets you quickly spot if you've made typos somewhere, or if you, for example, copied in a piece of code and then forgot to change a reference in it. That's honestly the feature I use most, and it's just a nice change from normal Notepad to be able to open and close things. So this has just the very basic functions that you would need for scripting and none of the more advanced stuff that an advanced development environment has. So that's why I use Notepad++. That's the one I recommend you use as well. But it's entirely up to you, as long as it can make YAML files, which even normal Notepad can do, I believe. It's all good. Okay, so we're just gonna make a quick sandbox here, just normal Minecraft. settings box. Creative world, more world options, off. That's ready. Done. Done. Create. Good, so that's the world we're gonna work in. Go to our folder. Box. Copy that over so that we have a multiplayer sandbox to work in. There we go, and if I now start the server, be good. That server boots. While it's booting, we're gonna go over to multiplayer, add a server. Gonna call this a local host, which is something that a lot of Minecraft players should already be familiar with. That's just your own local IP address. Okay. So we're in the server. The last thing you gotta do is opt yourself. There we go. Once you're opt and your server is running, then the last thing you really need is your development environment, but I've already gone over that during loading. Like I said, I use Notepad++. You're free to use Notepad or anything else that you're comfortable using. Okay, and as we see, MagicSpells is running, and that's the end of setting up our environment. See you next video, I hope.